The lockout laws, we've gotten changes that have been made, but is it enough?
Oh, all they've really done is pushed it back an extra half an hour. So,
And a trial period of 2 years.
You know what they always say? Trial periods are just like, let's not piss everyone off.
Yep.
So we'll say it's a trial, but really it's the real thing.
When they
want
want to cut it off, it's instantaneous.
Yeah.
But when they want to turn it on, let's give it 2 years. See what we think. The Keep Sydney Open campaign manager, we've had him on the show before about this issue. Tyson Koh, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Good morning, guys.
So, what do you make of this? Good news or not?
Look, I think it's a little bit disappointing. I think it's certainly great that they're going to relax the laws, or at least that's the recommendation. But as you guys say, half an hour, I mean, it's kind of a bit of a slap in the face.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a piss weak move, I think.
Yeah, look, I would agree with that. I think half an hour, it'll make a big difference for the operators, I think, because they've been struggling so much. They need all the help that they can get. But from a punter's perspective, I really don't think it's going to make that much difference at all.
Well, is there something in the fact that the person who made this ruling, the High Court judge, is a 79-year-old Queenslander? Is that maybe why it hasn't been changed as much as we would like?
Yeah, look, I wanted to give that the benefit of the doubt for the longest time, but when you actually read the whole thing, and there's about 149 pages, I hardly got any sleep last night, it really does show that he is quite out of touch. So I think maybe it has had an impact on his recommendations.
Well, what's something else? Because this is the headline, right? The headline is half an hour. That's it. But what else for someone who has read the full review? Is there anything else in there that leaps out to you?
Yeah, look, there is some really odd stuff in there. I mean, he talks about, for example, that most of the people who want to get rid of the lockout, they're 18 to 40-year-olds, but he seems to call out 18 to 40-year-olds in a really dismissive way, as if that their opinions don't really count. He also says that Newcastle is a better comparison to Sydney than Melbourne is, which I find really odd because, if you're coming in from overseas, like no offence to Novocastrians, but you're not thinking about Newcastle, you're thinking about Sydney or Melbourne. But the really strange thing is his attitude towards what he calls disc jockeys, so obviously DJs, and he talks about the mechanical reproduction of music. So in other words, he's talking about live music is one thing and DJs is a separate thing. But hello, like it's 2016. We've had DJs for probably about 30, 40 years now. So this is simply the lifestyle that we live. We dance, we listen to DJs.
Sure.
And the big question, Tyson, what are you going to do with the extra half an hour?
Well, do you know what? I think I was really inspired by good old Justin Timberlake, and I got to tell you, I love dancing, so I'm just going to dance my butt off for 30 minutes without question.
Sexy.
Good question, though.
I love it.
Well, Tyson, thank you very much for joining us. And look, a step in the right direction. It is a baby step, but at least hopefully
it's a shuffle.
We'll see what
it's
happens.
A baby shuffle.
We'll see what happens.
That's right.
Enjoy.
We're going to keep fighting. Thanks, guys.
Thanks very much.
you.